The True Hauntings team pulled up to the crumbling Gothic mansion on Blackthorn Hill just as the sun bled out behind the trees. Marcus, leader, skeptic, Sarah, tech specialist, me, cameras and audio, and Riley, the still too eager rookie, unloaded our gear with the usual banter. This was supposed to be a standard poltergeist case, reports of slamming doors, moving objects, and whispers, nothing we hadn't handled before. Mrs. Carver met us at the door, pale and shaking. "It wears their faces," she whispered before handing over the key and fleeing to her sister's house. "Don't trust what you see." We laughed it off. We shouldn't have. Night one started innocent enough. Cabinet doors opened and closed on their own. Books slid across tables. The grandfather clock chimed 13 times at midnight. Marcus shrugged. Textbook poltergeist. Let's get some EVPs. Then it got personal. Around 1:15 a.m., Sarah was in the upstairs hallway when she heard her daughter's voice calling from the master bedroom. "Mummy, I miss you." Sarah froze. Her daughter had been dead for 4 years. She ran toward the room, tears already streaming, only to find it empty. But the mirror showed her daughter standing right behind her, smiling with a mouth full of too many teeth. Sarah screamed. The reflection waved. Riley was the next victim. While setting up a camera in the basement, he saw his little sister, the one who died in the fire, standing at the bottom of the stairs, reaching for him. "Rai, you promised you'd save me." He walked toward her, trance-like, until Marcus yanked him back. The moment he blinked, the figure was gone, but his sister's burnt handprint was seared into the wooden banister, still smoking. I caught it all on camera, or at least I thought I did. The real nightmare began after 2 a.m. The house started shape-shifting the team. Marcus went to check the attic and came back down looking off. His walk was slightly wrong, his voice a fraction too smooth. He smiled at Sarah in a way Marcus never smiled. Too warm, too knowing. "You've been carrying so much guilt," he said softly, using Marcus's voice. "Let me take it for you." Sarah backed away. The real Marcus was still upstairs. We found him 10 minutes later, locked in the attic, screaming that something with his face had been walking around pretending to be him. The poltergeist activity became violent. Chairs flew, lights exploded, bloody handprints crawled across the walls in real time, but the worst was the shapeshifters. They wore our faces. One of them appeared as Riley and begged Sarah to follow it into the basement to save the little girl. Another appeared as me and told Marcus that the team was better off without him, that he should just end it like he wanted to after the car crash. They knew every secret, every shame, every hidden wound. At 3:47 a.m., the house went completely dark. Then every reflective surface lit up at once. In the mirrors, in the windows, in the TV screen. We saw versions of ourselves that weren't us, smiling too wide, moving wrong, whispering our deepest sins back to us in our own voices. One of the shape-shifted Sarah crawled across the ceiling upside down, her neck bending at impossible angles, giggling with Sarah's laugh while black fluid dripped from her eyes. We fought our way out through the kitchen window, glass slicing our arms, poltergeist objects hurling at our backs. A chair smashed into Riley's shoulder. Something with Marcus's face grabbed Sarah's ankle from under the table and tried to drag her back in, whispering, "Stay with me. I love you better than he ever did." We made it to the van bleeding and shaking. The house watched us from every window, dozens of faces pressed against the glass. Our faces, smiling. We all survived, but we're not the same. Riley wakes up every night screaming that his sister is braiding his hair with burnt fingers. He checks every mirror twice before entering a room. Sarah won't sleep without a nightlight. She keeps finding notes in her own handwriting apologizing to her dead daughter for things she never said. Marcus drinks heavier now. He says sometimes when he looks in the mirror, the reflection blinks a second too late. Me? I can't watch our own footage anymore. In every clip, there's an extra shadow standing just behind me. Sometimes it waves. We should have quit. But 3 days later, Marcus called us together. "The house showed us our worst selves," he said, voice rough. "But it also showed us that there are things out there that know us better than we know ourselves. We keep going, we get stronger, we fight back." We all nodded, scared, traumatized, but addicted. True Hauntings isn't stopping. We're already booked for the next case, but every night when the lights go out, I swear I can hear soft footsteps in my apartment, and sometimes when I look in the mirror, the person looking back smiles just a little too wide. The house didn't just haunt us, it tasted us, and now it knows exactly where to find us whenever it gets hungry again.